Hello everyone, welcome to Serendipity in Quarantine. Today we are going to see second chapter of Democratic Politics and NCRT, Constitutional Design. So in this chapter we will overview what is Constitution and how it was made. So let us begin. So Constitution is the supreme law of the country and it determines rights of the citizen, powers of the government and how government should function. So to understand this, in the book they have given a story. It is what happened in South Africa during colonial rule. So we will be seeing that story. So he is Mr. Nelson Mandela, who was a freedom fighter in South Africa. So Nelson Mandela was tried for treason by white South African government as he was protesting against the apartheid regime. So first we will see what is apartheid regime. So in South Africa there was white minority rule of Europeans and majority of South African population was black and colored race like Indian and other mixed races. So apartheid was a name of system of racial discrimination unique to South Africa, where white Europeans imposed this system on South Africa. It was discriminating towards non-white citizens. So see this picture, it was a warning sign in which they showed that natives, Indians and coloreds, if entered in this premises at night, you will be listed as missing and guards will shoot on sight. And savage dogs devour on the corpse. You have been warned. So this sign shows that how mistreated were non-white races. This was the one of the warning signs which was showing that this beach was reserved only for white race people. So this shows how much discrimination was there in South Africa against people whose skin was colored. So these white rulers treated all non-whites as their inferiors. They did not have even the voting rights. So this system oppressed black for the most. So hence against it, leaders like Nelson Mandela fought against this government. The system of segregation was also famous. It basically created discrimination against white and non-white people, and there was restriction on black people against entering into mostly any public places like toilets, beaches, any hotels, restaurants, etc. So against it, protest marches and strikes started, and in the end, when this white minority government realized that it was not possible for them to restrict these people, then this regime changed. The discriminatory laws were repealed and ban on political parties, restriction on media were lifted. So then after 21 years, Nelson Mandela walked out of this jail as a free man, and he was named as the first president of Republic of South Africa. So after independence, they wanted rule of law in which the two different groups like of white minority group and majority group will live peacefully together. So for that they constructed a piece of rule book called as Constitution. So this rule book helped them to maintain peace and trust within each other. So this is the role of Constitution. So we'll be seeing how this South African story is similar to our Indian story. So India was also oppressed under British rule, and British left India without any structured government, and it created chaos like partition. So after independence, even India needed a written rules which will be accepted by all people living together in a country. So this Constitution is a supreme law that determines the relationship among a people living in the territory called as citizen. So we will be seeing what constitution does. So first thing it is generate degree of trust and coordination that is necessary for different kind of people living together. As India also is a very diverse country, it contains various groups of people, so we needed constitution to generate trust. Second is it specifies how the government will be constituted and who will have power to take which decisions. Third is it lays down limits on powers of the government and tells us what are the rights of citizens. And fourth is it expresses the aspiration of people about creating good society. So all countries which are have constitution may not be necessarily democratic, but all countries that are democratic will always have a constitution. So after various revolution, countries also made their own constitution. For example, in America, Russia, etc. So now we will be seeing making of Indian constitution. In this page on the border they have given pictures and names of the constitution makers. So you can read them on your own. I have highlighted them for you. So making of Indian constitution was huge. For a country like India was huge, and having huge and diverse population was not an easy affair. And also it had experienced events like partition, and which was on the basis of religious differences, and the situation was very violent, so it was very much chaotic. British had also left the rurals of princely states to decide whether they want to merge in India or Pakistan or remain independent. So it created question of comprehensive whole India. So the constitution making helped India to become a whole country, and it rejuvenated our country to transform our society and politics. Before independence in 1928, Motilal Nehru, means father of Jawaharlal Nehru, and 8 other Congress leaders drafted constitution for India. In 1931, the resolution at Karachi session of Indian National Congress dwelt how independent India's constitution should look like. So it was a basic framework made by Motilal Nehru. It included values like universal adult franchise, that means vote for all, and having one vote is equals to one value. Then right to freedom and equality, protecting rights of minorities. So these some of the values were already accepted by the Indian National Congress. So there was a less of a debate on these types of values. But this leader made Constitutional Assembly before after the independence to make the constitution as a whole framework. One more thing that helped is familiarity with the political institution of colonial rule. Before independence, British used to conduct election, though they were very weak legislature, and not fully democratic, as not everyone had right to vote, but still they used to conduct elections. So Indians were familiar with this election system. Then acts like Government of India Act 1935 provided detailed procedure and laws to conduct this type of election for institutions. So many of our leaders were inspired by ideals of French Revolution, practices of parliamentary democracy in Britain, and the Bill of Rights in US, as well as socialist revolution in Russia. So all these values influenced various articles in our constitution. So we will be seeing detail about Constitutional Assembly. So the drafting document called Constitution was done by an assembly of elected representatives, was called as Constitution Assembly. So this Constitutional Assembly helped in making constitution, and various leaders from Indian National Congress were member of this assembly. its first meeting held in December 1946. But after that, India got divided into India and Pakistan. Then Constitutional Assembly also got divided into Constituent Assembly of India and Pakistan. Then Assembly adopted the Constitution on 26 November 1949, but it came into effect on 26 January 1950. To this day, this is celebrated as Republic Day, and it is celebrated every year. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the president of Constituent Assembly. So some provisions of the Constitution were framed by Constituent Assembly and were taken from different countries, but at a large all these provisions were discussed and debated so that their legitimacy to our country has been tested. So this was an unusual achievement of a constitution. Constituent Assembly represented people of India, hence though they were not directly elected by universal adult franchise, but the most of the representation was very diverse and it represented country as a whole. Assembly was dominated by Indian National Congress party, but Congress itself included variety of political groups and opinions. So it was a diverse group. Then drafting committee chaired by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar prepared a draft of a constitution for discussion. Then after discussion, which were made for 114 days and which was spread over 3 years, took place. These debates has been noted down as Constitutional Assembly debates and they are printed as 12 bulky volumes. So this shows that how extensive debate took place before finalizing the constitution. So now we will be seeing what were the guiding values of Indian Constitution. So overall we have will be studying it as a philosophy of Constitution. So it is comprehensively given in a preamble, briefly given in preamble of the Constitution. So now we saw various constitutional maker on the sidebars, but you will be seeing that Mahatma Gandhi was missing from this bar because he was not a member of the Constituent Assembly, but still many of the members followed his vision. And below there is one article written in his magazine Young India, from which you can relate that various terms were taken in the Constitution. For example, he noted that poorest shall never feel that he is the lowest and everyone should be treated as equal. There should be no room for curse of untouchability. There also the curse of intoxicating drinks and drugs should not be there. Women will enjoy same rights. These are all the values which are the bedrock of the fundamental rights which are given in our Constitution. So leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, B.R. Ambedkar played important role in eliminating inequality through Constitution. Jawaharlal Nehru was also member of Constituent Assembly and his speech is famous from the Constituent Assembly at the stroke of midnight on 15th of August 1947. This is his speech. So what is the philosophy of Constitution? The mostly values that are given in Constitution are inspired by the freedom struggle. So these values are embedded in the preamble of Indian Constitution. Constitution begins with short statement of basic values which is called as preamble. I'll be showing you the preamble in the next slide. So it has been taken from American model. This is the American model of the preamble. So this is the Indian Constitution. So first we can read what the preamble. we the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign. So what is sovereign? Sovereign is when people have supreme right to make decision and no external power can dictate government of India. So that is sovereign. Then socialist, it means wealth is generated socially and it is shared equally, and government regulates ownership of land, industries to reduce socio-economic inequalities. Then it is secular. Secular means everyone has freedom to follow any religion and government itself does not have any official religion, but at the same time it treats all religious beliefs and practices with equal respect. It should be democratic. We previously saw what is meaning of democratic, that is it should have elected rulers who are accountable to its citizens and having equal political rights to everyone, and government should work within the framework of basic rules. Then it should be republic, that is the head of the state is an elected person and not an hereditary position, and to secure all to all its citizens. So these values are the basis of our constitution. Then justice in terms of social, economic and political. So what is justice? That citizen cannot be discriminated on the basis of caste, religion or gender. So and government should have the responsibility for the welfare of disadvantaged group, and there should be no inequality. Then liberty of thoughts, expressions, beliefs, faith and worship. So what is the meaning of liberty? It means no unreasonable restriction on everyone's thoughts, expression, belief, faith and worship. Then equality of status and opportunity. Equality means equal before law and social inequalities should be ended. Then to equality to promote among them all. Then fraternity, assuring dignity of individual and unity and integrity of nation. So fraternity means we should all act as one family and no one should treat a fellow citizen as inferior. Everyone should give equal respect to each other. So these are basic values given in our preamble, and it was made on the 26th day of November 1949, and hereby we the people of India adopt and enact and give ourselves this constitution. So even this word, we the people of India, shows that the constitution was drawn upon and enacted by people, and it was not given by any king or outside power. So the constitution, the preamble gives our introduction of basic philosophy of our constitution. So what was the institutional design? It is not just philosophy, but constitution is mainly about embodying these values into institutional arrangement. So they made provisions to incorporate changes from time to time, and these changes are called constitutional amendment. It means that constitution gives powers to various constitutional bodies, and it also restricts their powers. At the same time, this provision can be changed from time to time through constitutional amendment. For example, in previous preamble, we saw words like sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic. Here, the word like secular and socialist were added through 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act, which was done in 1976. So the constitution can also be amended. So basic institutional design is not very difficult to understand, though if you read constitution for the first time, it can be quite difficult to understand because it is in legal language. So like any constitution, Indian constitution lays down procedure for choosing person to govern the country. It defines who will have how much power to take which decision, and it limits to what the government can do by providing some rights to the citizens. So these are the basic values of our constitution. If you like this video, please share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Please tune in for next video.